II. And we have Lewin and Dwayne Martin. And finally, the host of Late Night at TFG, Lamb Levity. Put your hands together and get ready for a heck of a show. Buckle up, mastermind, breakfast, if you haven't already. The show is beginning right now. What's up? What's going on, everybody? What's happening? Somebody's turning cocktails deuce.
That's good on my side.
What's going on? You turn cocktails deuce. This is dope. What's going on? You guys doing all right?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Those that are watching, if you would say hey, say what's up, and we will like to acknowledge you. I'm gonna let Mr. Noble get his camera fixed down there, and we'll bring him back on. Somewhere on with his cocktails deuce. So there's a few of us this week to entertain you good people. There's a lot going on in the world, a whole lot to talk about. You ready to get into it, Mr. Wade?
Yeah, man. I am definitely ready to get into it.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So two of us kind of weird. Seems like my old show. Anyway, first things first. Hey, what's up, Brittany? First things first. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil, for real. So we're gonna talk about Bel Air, the show that is the adaptation of The Fresh Prince of Bel Air that showed in the 90s on NBC. So Bel Air streams on Peacock, and you can actually get Peacock as a streaming service at NBC. You can actually get Peacock if you actually subscribe via a cable service that I don't get paid for. So therefore, just find it out. But anyway, so the re-dramatization, right? It is a more darker sketch than it is from the 90s show that we love. I've seen a lot of negative ratings on that show. It got less than 70% on Rotten Tomatoes, which tells me that the world is not ready for adaptation. They're not ready to understand the reality. See, in the 90s, right? Yeah, we understand the breakdown of the show, right? For those that haven't seen it, if you missed it, basically a young rebellious kid from Philadelphia, Will Smith, basically got in a fight. His mom moved him out from Philadelphia all the way to Bel Air to live with his uncle and his aunt. Right, his uncle is a lawyer. His aunt is an art teacher. Boom, they have 3 kids, 2 girls, 1 boy. That's Carlton boy, Ashley, and Hillary, the oldest. So they do the adaptation. That's how it was in the 90s. That's how it is now. The exciting part about it now is that they actually deal. Hey, what's up, Charles? They're actually dealing with the realities that we're going through right now. Right. So you have, for example, Will Smith got in a fight. They utilized a gun. They utilized the gun motive, basically, right? So basically, he got in a little scuffle with some ruffians of his age, right? Got in a scuffle. Aunt moves him out to Bel Air. So now here's where we talk about the conflict. The conflict is when he moves out to Bel Air, not the fact that he moved out to Bel Air, but the fact of how people treated the Bel Air lifestyle of those folks. So you have Carlton, who's the only boy. He doesn't like Will. Right, I don't know. Has anybody, before I keep talking and giving this premise, right? Has anybody here seen Bel Air yet?
I have seen Bel Air. I'm a huge fan of it. I think I like it better than the original. And I didn't think I was gonna like it, right? I didn't think I was gonna like it because of the way they casted everybody. Everyone looks different. I wasn't expecting Jeffrey to be a goon, for one, with muscle.
I was gonna get to that part. Go ahead.
Expected that, right? I wouldn't expect Carlton to be like he is, but I like it. I'm looking forward to the rest of it.
Yeah, Carlton has a punchable face. I'm not gonna lie to you. And the guy that plays Carlton, though, the guy that is doing a phenomenal job, and I want him to continuously do. I hope during the regular shows, the rest of the shows, he continuously not hates on Will, but shows the other side, right? That whole conversation when they were doing the voting, and Will said the N-word to him, and he said, "Oh, so it's convenient for you to say it, but it's not convenient when others say it," right? Mm-hmm. It's actually it's real rap, right? But it's also the fact that Will is actually not innocent in this season with his with the whole girl situation. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm a little bothered by that whole situation. The writing in it, I'm a little bothered about some of the writing. One thing is what you just talked about. The fact that he is going for his cousin's ex-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how realistic this is. And you going for, first of all, the way they casted her as Nia Long supposed. I don't like the casting of her, first of all. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to make people embrace darker folks, and they're trying to make people embrace heavier set folks too. Saying that we all beautiful. Great, excellent, right? But Nia Long's character shouldn't be a plump person, in my opinion. I'm just saying, is she make it a little more realistic there? So the fact that he's going for her is unrealistic. The other thing is unrealistic. I think they're doing too much with the whole race stuff. I think they're kind of going a little overboard with that agenda, if you will, on race and will not being willing to conform at least a little bit. He's so gung-ho on keeping his Philly rep. You move in with rich relatives, right?
Right.
And you gonna book every single thing when your life is at risk. I don't know how realistic that is.
Right. You gotta adapt today. You moving into their world.
Right.
Right. You moving into their country. So you gotta adapt how you have to adapt to it. But also the fact that you made a great point. Like he's giving that, I'm Philly. That was kind of a little boring after a while. But the relationship I want them to dig into is Jeffrey, right? That's a bad man there, right? If y'all ain't seen it, go watch it. And for those that don't know, Bel Air is not its own city. Bel Air is actually a neighborhood in the affluent part of LA. So Bel Air literally is a neighborhood, right? Where a select amount of people only live. So it's a real thing, but in the house, just for a fun fact, the house in the 1990 version is actually in Torrance, California, which is on the other side of LA. So it's not in actually Bel Air. But nonetheless, now I actually like this show. I'm gonna keep watching. Hell, we can have episodes longer for an hour talking about each single episode. But if you haven't watched it, just go ahead and start watching it. But the show I want them to start talking about, though, the redo that I want them to do, honestly, out of everything, with the same type of darkness, is A Different World. I want them to actually redo A Different World in this dark reality of the situation. I want them to talk about colorism. I mean, they addressed it in the 90s, but I want them to actually really talk about colorism. I want them to talk about that toxic relationship between Whitley and Dwayne. I mean, we all watch A Different World here, right? Yeah, no.
Absolutely. The best one
was all
episodes was when he was saying, baby, please. That episode when she would get married to old dude.
So you make a good with that episode. I want to know one thing: how the hell did he get punched going down? There's no way I'm paying for a wedding and you got some random dude talking about come to get my girl, and you not gonna get lit up.
Well, he was a senator. He was like, wasn't he a senator or something like that, or a congressman or something like that? So you could just punch somebody.
I mean, he didn't have to do it, but he had people there. They have goons, right? Like you got security. Like you paying this money for a reason, so why you ain't letting them just go off and whatever? But nonetheless, I want them to redo it. I want them to talk about how that relationship between Whitley, Dwayne, and Keanu was hella toxic, and how I would always say he picked the wrong girl, right? We're not talking about Jasmine Guy's fine ass, right? Right, but we're talking about the fact of that Keanu, right? The girl that he met while he was in the internship. The Asian chick. Right, that matches his drive, it matches hustle, it matches intelligence. But for some reason, he ain't want that. He wanted the chick that was toxic. Like, why do we keep going back to the chick that's toxic? I don't know. Right?
I disagree with that one, but okay.
No, go ahead. It's a special point. What?
Like, how was she? I mean, the Asian girl. I mean, I don't want to say Asian. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna say Asian.
Black and Asian. She was black, and she was like.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I just don't see. I don't think she was equal. Like Whitney was, like what she was. He needed that. He needed somebody like to buck the system a little bit, because like she wasn't going for none of that. And that's, as a man, sometimes you need a good kick in the ass every once in a while. Hey, at least I do personally. So I don't know, but
she wasn't the one to get to him.
But you can get complacent. I think you can get complacent, like with where you are. And and she wanted the finer things in life. She made that very clear. Like, look, I'm a certain kind of woman. I like this, and I need this. So like, I think they match perfectly together, because like he was more, I don't know, he was just more of a nerd.
She came for money, right?
Yeah, she came for money. Yeah, she came for money. And then she had a conversation with him.
He didn't.
Yeah, her voice is horrible, but like he had a conversation with her one time. She was like, she wanted a rich man, he asked her what kind of man she wanted, and she described the perfect man for her. She didn't say nothing about him having money, so like he said you would date a broke man because she asked she wanted somebody who would value her, like love her and respect her, and he's like, so you want a poor man? And she was like, a man like that would never be poor. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. So yeah, they were perfect together, man. Yeah, the only thing bad about it was he broke up the fucking wedding, which shouldn't happen, but whatever. Because we fighting, Lamar. If that happened to me, hell, look, we beat his ass, whoever that is.
Ain't gonna make it in. And I just got a question real quick. Wait, I'm sorry.
Good.
Anybody else wonder why the Colonel old ass is dating these women?
Jaleesa. I'm like, bro, that was semi-pedophile.
Like, what is this? It's a little weird. Okay. But
I also want them to address also. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just address your thing. So toxic, right? The reason why Whitley was toxic, she dated his boy to make him jealous, kissed his boy to make him jealous, played games with this man throughout the whole time. He was like, yo, I want to be with you. She was playing these little games. She was going back to old boy from Georgetown, Julian. So she was just doing this back and forth game with him. And then she settled for him, right? She didn't, because Julian didn't want her. So she was like, well, you're here. You're right next to me. Boom. I just keep going like that. So they settled for comfort. It was a comfort thing, right?
Pretty much.
But then, but also at the same time, oh, sorry, reading something, got distracted. But at the same time, I want them also to discuss about how Freddie, right? The acceptance of individuals. I want them to talk about the PWI HBCU experience. Basically, what I mean by that is there are some blacks in a. So here's my beef. There's blacks that go to a PWI that thought it was better than us, right? Back in the 90s and the 2000s. Like, yo, I'm going to a PWI. The world ain't all black, blah, 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 blah. Then all of a sudden they go to these PWIs and then they got burning crosses, racist remarks, all this other nonsense, right? That we didn't experience at an HBCU. But then when a scream, moan, and complain like, hey, we should stick together, right? No, deal with that. Go stay over there and be chill, right? I want them to. That's the reality I want them to address. Y'all got any thoughts?
I don't think it will work. What Dwayne say?
I can't hear Dwayne. Oh, we can't hear you, Dwayne. Yeah, excuse me.
I miss Rosa.
Difficulties today. My signal jacked up. I'm out in a different city. The signal ain't that great. We're gonna work.
Well, you're in a big city. You're in a big city.
I'm in a big city. Is that what you said?
You're in a big city.
Is that right?
It's a small joke we got, but yeah. I just don't think you could do a different world now because it's too much. That's a lot of characters. Like it's a lot. You got Freddie, you got Ron, you got Dwayne, you got Whitley. I mean, Jaleesa, you could do without, I guess. You got Kim. Then you got the side people, the bald-headed dude, Mr. Gaines. You got the Colonel, who teaching kids and pretty much just what you call it when you trying to and dating your students. What the hell going on?
Say groom. I thought you were saying
grooming. Yeah, that too. Yeah, thank you. That's what I was trying to say. Pretty much acting like Mr. Lee, our old principal. Hey, I'm just calling spade a spade now. Look here, Mr. Lee was having sex with girls in high school. He was. Okay, so anyway, I'm just saying, same thing. But I think it's just like too much to tackle. Hey, Brittany.
I mean, I like to see it recasted, to be totally honest with you. I like to see, because I don't want to be ugly, but they could cast better.
What, on First Prince of Bel Air?
What's the First Prince?
No, on A Different World. Which one? A Different World or First Prince of Bel Air?
Different World. Jada looked alright, and what's the other chick named Freddie?
Freddie. Cree Summers, man. Cree Summers a baddie, man.
But the rest of them, I don't know.
And JP came on like later on, like towards the end of the show too.
Correct. Now, all the main females, Freddie, Whitley, Kim. Thank you.
Kim. They could look Kim on.
No, Kim is gorgeous.
Who's Kim?
Kim is good. Dark-skinned women are the world.
Listen, I love dark-skinned women, but not.
Yeah, but she wasn't wanting the cute dark-skinned ones though. I know that.
Man, you out your loving mind.
Look at her. I love me chocolate women. I ain't gonna lie, but Kim wasn't a good-looking one in the group. She one of them. Look, she one of them. If we go out together, I'm like, Lamar, listen, I need you to do me a favor. Okay, listen. I'm talking to the fine one. Take one for the team today, please.
I just
Please.
want to say it. Yeah, I love Doc, but she just not my cup. I ain't saying she ugly. She was my cup of tea. How about that?
Look at me. Zoom the camera in on me. I'm saying she was ugly. I'm sorry.
Nah, she wasn't. She was fine. She had a pretty smile. She had it all. So before we move on to the next one, let me just hit my last topic. Basically, look at that. All doing the switching. So thank you, Lisa. Kim is beautiful. You know what, Lisa Johnson? I want you to say.
Hear you, brother.
Thank you, Lisa Johnson. I want you to say who was the baddest one on that whole show. I think it was
Kim.
What y'all drinking tonight?
Right?
What y'all drinking tonight?
Right?
Kim.
What y'all drinking tonight?
I'm drinking a smoothie before
I'm drinking water.
Let me
Google.
Let me Google.
Google full body and face and everything.
Man, look,
I would have said Freddie. I would have said Freddie.
Yeah,
you going for them light
I ain't
browns?
I ain't gonna be lie and say that. I ain't gonna be.
Thank you.
And say she. Not the picture.
She wasn't for me.
I'll bring the picture up. How about that? Let me save it. Let me save this picture. Bring it up. We want to look and see.
Bring it up. Bring it up. Zoom in.
You know what? He gonna try to be funny with it. He gonna show like Andrew Gillum or some shit. Like
it's gonna be a headshot too. There we go.
I knew he was gonna do it.
That's Kim. Yeah. Y'all tripping.
Really? That's what y'all do?
That's not
Kim look kind of manly, brother. Y'all might want to give it Leroy if y'all gonna do that. I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna bring it one more time. Bring it one more time. No, Kim one, man. Come on. Yeah, that's Kim. That's present day. Kim. Y'all tripping.
That ain't present day Kim.
And I ain't trying to shaming. I ain't saying she not attractive. I'm just saying she not my cup of tea.
I'm saying it. You ain't gonna say it. You ain't gotta say it. I'm saying it. That's present day. That's present day Kim, y'all.
That's present day Kim. Nah, that ain't.
That's present day Kim. You see the bad wig? Kim looking like Leroy.
Point is, Kim is a baddie. But anyway, so let me just end my segment, right? All right, so cool. All right, so long story short, ATL, which is on FX. That's the Donald Glover show, right? Or y'all know Childish Gambino. That's gonna end after season 4, right? Really? You keep why are you picking the oldest, like the ugliest pictures of Kim?
I'm sorry, I'm done.
Right?
I mean, she ugly. She gonna be ugly in all the pictures. It's okay. It's all right though.
Anyway,
all right.
So as I said, ATL, and then after season 4, great show, loved it on FX. Martin, one of the greatest shows of all time, greatest cast chemistry. They're having a reunion on BET Plus, right?
About damn time,
man.
What?
I'm not going.
Yeah, hey, look, they better. I need for them to bring back the player from the Himalaya, Jerome. Jerome better make an appearance.
Man, I don't know if Mark could do that because that was killer on the throat, man. I was like in that esophagus area. So,
I had a question: would y'all like for them to bring Tommy back as a hologram?
No,
don't do that.
No,
don't do that.
We seen enough of that. Somebody asked me like, can they remake it? I'm like, I wouldn't want to see Martin like remade.
I don't want to see that remade either. Leave that one alone.
Leave it alone. I'm cool with the reruns. I'm cool with the reruns.
The reruns, man, still bring out comedy like I seen it for the first time.
I think people feel a lot different about Tisha Cameron than they did back in the day. She's different than she was.
Yeah, she crazy as shit. That's what you mean?
You said
she dressing like Dracula? What you trying to say?
I can't believe that.
Pam still fine.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah,
who was finer? Who was finer? Gina or Pam?
Pam. Everybody know that.
Yeah, it is. All right.
Pam.
All right.
Yeah, and the last one, All American Homecoming.
Oh Lord.
That show All American is mad dope by the football player, living his life. All American is who I think is one of the baddest ones. Simone Hicks. She's leading the charge. She's going off to Atlanta. It's basically going to be a HBCU.
There's always one in the group that's just like,
what?
Man.
Oh, wait a minute. Can we put that back up? Can we put that back up?
Gina.
Look at her. Stop drinking. Why? Because y'all got the same skin tone? Or y'all close to skin tone? Is that why you saying that?
Hey, they stay together.
Brittany, you tripping, Brittany. I mean, no, they close. She the closest. She closer than Pam. Come on, Brittany. Come on, Brittany. Come on, Brittany.
Jerome color, mellow yellow.
Mellow yellow.
Mellow yellow.
I'm sorry, I watched some Martin episodes earlier.
That's old school.
Man. But yeah, go ahead. Go check out All American Homecoming. That's all I got.
I'm behind on All American. And before we move on, I want to show y'all this real quick. Then we'll go to sports. Y'all still saying
all day.
I'm still picking Pam.
Now Gina did have a booty on there. You don't see a lot.
Pam did too. Pam did too.
What? Did you see that donkey behind Pam?
Pam had a caboose. Okay. Pam had a damn caboose.
Jim was cool too though. All right. Let's move on to. I think we're going to sports, right? We got sports. Mr. Moore.
Man, that was fast. That was real quick. Anyway, how y'all doing? How y'all doing this afternoon? I apologize for being late. I just had too much alcohol today in my system, so I do apologize. But anyway, let's get to it. Okay. Some what? Some
little Tanqueray?
No, I drank some Tiger Bone today. I'm trying to get cleansed.
What you at? Moonshine?
Tiger Bone is like a darker version of moonshine. Yeah,
okay.
It's horrible. But anyway, so y'all favorite team, as Amar would say, the Dallas Cowboys. So however you say their name. Okay, thank you for that, Lamar. Appreciate it. Now, they paid out $2.4 million to cheerleaders because cheerleaders were getting taken pictures of, in the locker room. The guy, what's his name? Richard Dalrymple. How do you say his name? Some old white guy. Pretty much. He got caught peeping at the cheerleaders. Then, in the draft room, he took a picture of Jerry Jones. He put his phone underneath Jerry Jones' daughter's skirt and took a picture of that. Of course, there's no video evidence of it. Yes, he took his phone and took like a shot like underneath her skirt. Of course, she said they asked Jerry Jones' daughter. She said that she had no comment on the matter. The cheerleaders can't talk because they got paid $2.4 million. So like, there's a gag order with it, so you can't talk about it. So, but yeah. So to all you Cowboys, if y'all like the Cowboys, y'all some perverts. Just want you to know that. Okay, Shante, Brittany, Lamar, you're a perv. If you're a Cowboy fan, there they go right there. And what?
Who would want to put
why? I mean, look, man. He's old. He old. It's okay.
Nah, bro. Nah.
You're old white man.
I'm talking about her daughter.
Dirty perv is how you gonna say his
Dirty
name.
Perv.
I mean, Shante, you a fan of the team?
Exactly.
So you kind of get about association.
Cowgirls too. See, cowgirls.
You get about association. So I'm sorry, Shante. It's gonna be all right. But okay, so also I guess in positive news, it's positive. Brian Flores, the guy who's suing the NFL with the Giants,
he's coming back.
With the Giants, the Broncos, the Dolphins, he's suing that too. Can you say weirdo? Very weird, Lisa. Very weird. But yeah, he got a job as the. Okay, so this is job title. This is job title. I know he's a senior defensive assistant. He's a senior defensive assistant. And he's also the linebacker coach. Look, I know, like somebody asked me earlier, I don't know what the fuck a senior assistant. I don't know what a senior division assistant does. I don't know. So don't ask me. I have no fucking idea. The linebacker coach, I know what that is. So I guess congratulations to him. And does it affect the lawsuit?
I don't know. For a second. Can we stop here for a second?
He came back to the greatest team in America.
Okay.
Cowboys trash. Pittsburgh Steelers. And Pittsburgh Steelers, yeah, they whatever. But nonetheless,
hold up, don't
this man, they trash too. But they trash. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Y'all can have trash teams together. Trash. Y'all can have trash meetings. All right. So here's the thing, right? Y'all can have trash drafts. So this man basically sued the NFL, complaining that he could not get a job because of the color of his skin, and then settles for a demotion. Is that what I'm hearing?
Look.
I mean, this is my thought. My bad, Dwayne. But this is my thought. Okay, so the Steelers, the general manager for the Steelers, Kevin Colbert, is retiring after this draft. Kevin Colbert is retiring from the Steelers. So this is my thought process. Mike Tomlin, I think, could be the general manager. So what I would do, I would hire somebody who looks like me, who sounds like me. I would hire like Brian Flores, be my assistant, and then I become the general manager, and I'm gonna promote you. In a perfect world, that's what I think anyway. But go ahead, Dwayne. My bad.
Oh no, that's what I was thinking because I was like, our general manager is gonna be stepping out after the draft. So I'm like, there's it's a perfect scenario. Do I think Brian Flores will do a great job coaching the Steelers? Probably. Yeah, he probably would because heck, the Dolphins suck, but they had winning seasons the past 2 seasons. So I think that the fact that we have better talent than the Dolphins, the Patriots, and the fucking damn Cowgirls, I think we do a whole lot better.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
I have a question.
You're telling shows
Go ahead, Lamar.
So Flores, he got fired from somewhere, right? You know, I don't follow sports.
He got fired from Miami.
So he's suing because he got fired, right?
Because the color of his skin, yes, that's what he's saying.
But he don't look black. Does he look black? Okay.
Yeah, he's black.
He's black.
Are you black? Okay. My question about that is, I would have been if I was Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin hired him, or his team hired him.
Yes, Mike Tomlin hired him.
I think you're taking a big risk hiring somebody that's sue happy. So whenever they want to get rid of him, are they gonna have to worry about him suing them for getting rid of him?
No, because the Steelers are the team who came up with the Rooney Rule. Like Art Rooney, the Steelers owner, former owner for the Steelers, he passed away. He came up with the Rooney Rule. Like it was his idea.
Until you fire the wrong person, they try to sue you.
I mean, they don't fire.
No,
the Steelers really don't fire people anyway. They only had like 3 coaches anyway the whole time, so they don't fire people anyway.
Okay.
So, I think he's in a good spot.
But then this is my concern with that Brian Flores thing, right? Is now it dilutes any other lawsuits that come against the NFL about that, right? So if he was going to do it, he should have had the right advisor to be like, man, you gotta Kaepernick this thing, and you basically just gotta stick to your guns, right? I understand what everybody's saying that he can get back into this other place, blah 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 blah. Sure, I don't think that's gonna happen, but nonetheless, man, it just dilutes any type of injustice, discrimination type of.
But the lawsuit didn't say he couldn't be like an assistant coach or defensive coordinator. The lawsuit says head coach.
Hey, Marcelo.
What's up, Marcelo?
Hey, Marcelo, how you doing? But I'm just saying, like the lawsuit says head coach, and it's on the basis of him not getting like the same opportunities that his white counterparts got. So I think, me personally, like I think he'll win the lawsuit. I think they'll settle out of court. Because the NFL is a $17 billion business. $17 billion. So they'll settle out of court. Just like they did with Kaepernick. Colin got his money. He can't talk about it though, so they'll do the same thing here. Flores last season had a winning record. Perspective. My red cup. No, Kendrick, you're right. That's what I'm saying. He beat the Patriots twice.
Beat the Patriots twice.
Still got fined.
Beat the Patriots twice.
Yes,
he still got fined.
How many times did the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Patriots? Please tell me.
Okay
then.
We the one that stopped y'all from going to the Super Bowl and when we played the Cardinals. Don't try that.
Oh my God. But how many did we win? How many did we win? We won 6. How you go?
We have 6.
Man, look, man, you just like the Dallas Cowboys. Y'all just ordinary. Do that. Yo, do not talk to an honest student until you get to my class.
Don't you dare talk about America's team.
Lamar, stop. Lamar, need you to stop.
I'm from Connecticut. What are you talking about?
You from Connecticut. Oh, okay, yes. My bad. You from Connecticut. All right, man. It takes cheaters to doggone be relevant, right?
Absolutely. That's all y'all got. We got you. Yep, right.
Hey, but we got 6 rings the right way.
Y'all also have a guy that doesn't know how to say no to women, right? And just takes it how he wants it, when he wants it.
Hey, you know what?
We have good characters.
Was he convicted?
He went low.
No.
He went low.
Was he convicted? Okay.
He went low with that one.
Hey, I don't care. Hey, look, what the man did in his personal life, I got nothing to do with that. Tom Brady
and technically, he's no longer a Steeler. He retired.
He retired.
You think the game's a fix between the owners and coaches without telling the players? Marcelo, no. People out there are getting Odell Beckham toward his ACL. So no, people out there are getting hurt and risking their lives. So no, I don't think it's fixed. I think people say that. You know what's funny? George Carlin had this famous line: "Nobody says it's only a game when they win it." So it's fixed when your team lose. When your team wins, this is amazing. This is great. So no, I don't think it's fixed. No, like sports is the most beautiful thing and sometimes the most exciting thing too. But go ahead, Lamar. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say one. I mean, you still talking about this one?
No, you good. You good. Go ahead.
Can you talk about the Denver thing, the ownership? Like, who's in the run? Do you know who's in the running for the ownership right now?
So okay, I don't want to get too excited. I don't even want to say the black guy's name. They want the NFL want
Robert Smith, Robert
they,
L. Smith.
Okay, see, I didn't say it. You did.
Byron Allen.
Well, Byron Allen said he's not interested. But Robert Smith.
Wait a minute. When did he say that? Because last I saw Byron Allen.
I don't think I think he said it just to say it because the way he said it, it didn't sound convincing. Now, Robert Smith, I think, got a real chance.
Yeah, because he said they talked to him about it in 2019. The owners, and the whatever the commissioner, whomever, talked to him about it in 2019. And they said they
I don't think Byron Allen gonna do. I don't think he'll do it. I think Robert Smith will do it before Byron Allen do it, but because Byron Allen got a lot.
See, but I think Byron Allen would do it before Robert Smith would. Robert Smith is trying to get $4 billion to fund something on his venture, that his other business. Yeah. So I think he said that while he's trying to gather money for that, he don't necessarily want to be trying to gather money for this.
Money for other stuff, yeah.
Right. $1 billion, even though he's worth $6.7 billion, he'd have to write $1 billion check. I think what's the other guy name again?
Byron Allen.
I think Byron Allen. They don't think Byron Allen. They ain't taking him serious. They don't think he got the money, but he worth $400 million, I think. But he got a lot of rich folks around him. He owns the Weather Channel. He owns a lot of different TV studios and stuff. So he can get the money. I would really.
He can be like. He can be like a majority owner. Like, damn, you ain't got to be the only owner. Like, damn, you can be majority owner. Like Michael Jordan is the majority owner. Damn, like for the Charlotte Hornets. So it's possible. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I hope it happens. I'm just saying.
I want to say I'm a little perturbed about Robert Smith being the richest black guy, richest billionaire, the richest black guy in the United States. I hate that he's not taking it serious because out of one side of our mouth we say there needs to be more Negroes in ownership. Ain't very many of us that got the ability to do it, and the one that has the greatest ability to do it ain't interested. That bothers me.
But see, I'm not want to do that. But like, I'm not mad at him. It's like I'm not using my superpower like to help y'all, to make make y'all happy. Look, I got something else I want to do. Like I get it. Hey, we black powering over here, great. But look, I got something else I want to do. But like, I mean, so like, I'm not mad at him for it. Like, I wish he would do it. Hell yeah, I wish he would. Him, Byron Allen, whoever. Hell, look. At this point, goddamn shit. I'll take Puffy as a damn owner.
I would not take Puffy as an owner.
I hope not. With this young brother.
They're gonna give it to the man.
That's who Byron Allen can pull the donation. I'm saying, Byron Allen, like Lamar said, Byron Allen got like friends with yeah. So yeah, hopefully he gets it. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna stay positive. But Lamar, look here. If it don't happen, Lamar jinxed it. I just want y'all to know that, okay? It's Lamar's fault if it don't happen.
I hope so, man. I hope it happens. I'm gonna say this. This is my last thing. I get on Bender about these rich black folks. Bothers me. Robert or
Byron Allen.
All these other rich folks. You got Oprah. You got Jay-Z. You got Beyonce. You got Whoopi and I said Oprah. You got Rihanna.
Dr. Dre.
You say Oprah.
You got Dr. Dre. You got James Stewart. David Stewart, Jay-Z, who nobody knows, but he's the second richest black billionaire in the United States, but he's in tech and nobody knows him. He's in Missouri. He got it. He was $5 billion. All these people with money. If they got together, it could be so easy to do, but that don't happen for some odd reason.
I mean, they could take us out of debt. They could take us out of debt over paying for a football team, saying, "Hey, black folks that's in debt, let me get you out of it."
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. Kraft and Goodell approached Allen in 2019. Allen's allegedly supposedly ready to bid between $3 and $4 billion for the Broncos franchise. Peyton Manning as a group is well ready to bid. Peyton Manning getting it.
Oh yeah, you know they're gonna give it to Peyton.
Yeah, Peyton's gonna get it. She's likable.
It bothers me.
Peyton gonna turn that team into Omaha. Every 5 seconds. Well, Peyton, what you think of this? Omaha.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But we'll see. Wishful thinking, though. Wishful thinking. We're gonna be positive. We're gonna think positive.
All right. We're gonna move on to. Did you have something else, Charles?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right, here we go.
Oh, my bad. I pushed the wrong button.
All right.
I was trying to hit my music. So today, we just gonna kind of like keep it simple. The first topic I want to talk about is Russia versus Ukraine. So If you don't know, I guess to give a little briefing. Well, some of it's classified, so I can't tell y'all everything. But, however, sources have been said that Russian commanders have received orders to proceed with an invasion of Ukraine, with the commanders on the ground making specific plans for how they would maneuver in their sectors of the battlefield. A U.S. official told a certain news channel that we can kind of like they're okay. So my question, y'all, is how much longer do you think before the United States and NATO and all its partners truly get involved with this situation going on in Russia?
Tomorrow.
Say tomorrow?
I say tomorrow. Because Joe Byron, he not going. He just can't stay out his own way. So,
what was the question again? I'm sorry, I missed it.
I said, how long do you think before the United States gets fully involved and the allies from NATO get fully involved with the situation with Russia and Ukraine?
I agree with Lisa tonight. And I say that because of the promise to I don't know how true this is, but I read somewhere that America promised to protect Ukraine if they gave over their nuclear weapons to Russia.
Yeah. I can't really tell you guys that because that's just like some stuff that we don't get. But he agreed to meet with Putin, but that doesn't mean that Putin is not going to change his mind. We all know right now Putin is in I don't know if it's like his mind, he's volatile or something, but he specifically wants to reunite the USSR, the former Soviet Union. He feels that these countries belong to Russia. They already captured Crimea. They already have Crimea. They already have Georgia. They already have like most of the countries that have Russian influence in it already there. So he's just dead set. He's been on this whole Ukraine kick for 5 years, and he's not gonna stop. So I think until he takes it over or he attempts to, then it is what it's gonna be. Who keeps hitting the cricket button?
What is it?
We got cricket. I keep hearing crickets.
I have to mute myself. Can I jump in on it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think we need to do. My grandma used to say, "Shit, to get out the pot." I think we need to either get involved with a strong presence and say, "This, if you do this, this is going to happen. We're not playing with you. Stop BSing with the whole testing your nuclear weapons and all that, pulling the timeline up to now versus October when you were supposed to test out your nuclear crap. Quit playing the games. If you do this, we're going to do this." Or stop meeting with Putin and let them do what they do and let them deal with their issues over in that world and stop fooling them and worrying about it and trying to be big brother to everybody. Now, one thing I like more about Trump is that he don't play with it. He don't play that mess when it comes to war and all that. He ain't got no problem with talking crazy and threatening and bombing somebody, whereas Biden plays politics. He wants to be diplomatic. Diplomatic and Putin don't even go in the same sentence. This dude ain't trying to all this talking to Putin. Well, you think you're gonna change his mind about anything? Like, what is this talking doing?
It ain't gonna change. But at the same time, you had to be diplomatic in this situation. But because he will be strangled from every nation. Yeah, Russia will go. Russia doesn't have the economy to. Putin ain't bluffing.
No, I don't think he's bluffing.
He's not bluffing at all.
I agree with Lisa.
He kissed Putin big toe. God damn.
Yeah, he did. He kissed the big toe. But I think the biggest thing is nuclear war is not what anybody wants, but I think it's something that's imminent. I think it's one of the fires one. Huh?
I'm moving to Canada.
Nah,
I'm like LeBron. I'm going from I'm like LeBron. I'm going to 20 weeks on the seat. Man, I ain't got time for this white stuff.
Wayne, I got a question. Being in the military, can I ask you a question about something? I'll let you know. Stop interrupting. As far as Russia, they're allies with China, right? They're chummy with China, right? Yeah. And then there's North Korea over there. All of them. So if they all got together against America, how much of a chance does America have with our allies, Germany and China? I mean, Germany and Canada and France and
Great
UK.
Britain.
How
Don't
much
get Great Britain. Don't do Great Britain.
Well, realistically, China is the only one that can stay in a ground warfare fight because they have, they're the freaking second largest populace in the world, right? However, as far as like sustainability, no. I mean, they could sustain a fight, but I don't think that they would be able to last very long logistically and warfare wise. It wouldn't be able to last very long. It would be bad for
America
us
you're talking
because,
about?
No, for China, Russia, and
Oh, you
North
saying we
Korea.
can whoop all them? You saying we can whoop them?
We can't. So what? All right. So China and Russia being the biggest threat because they have they're near peer to us when it comes to weapon systems. Like so they have these tanks called T-72s. So for every T-72, it would take 3 of our Abrams to kill one of their tanks. So that would be a more air assault type battle than anything. There'd be a lot of long range ballistic missiles and everything else. No, we wouldn't lose because people think that just because Russia and China and North Korea, they're like they're like really, because they cannot sustain a fight economically. They can't do it.
That makes sense.
They just couldn't do it. And China could last for a while because they just have more people. But before we would just get into a ground warfare fight with China, we would probably just bomb the hell out of them, like continuously, continuous airstrikes, artillery, everything. But that would deplete us because that'd be a focus on one particular country. North Korea, I don't think they would really do. They would holler. I think North Korea would probably be quicker to launch a nuclear attack than Russia or China. And you got to think about Iran is right there too. Iran is partnered is allied with Russia. So I think if it came down to it, North Korea and Iran would launch nuclear weapons before Russia or China would. I really do, because they just don't care. But yeah. And my second topic is the burn pits. So right now, a lot of us have been affected by what we call burn pits. So burn pits are when we was in Iraq and in the Gulf War, they took these pits and they threw feces or whatever in these pits to burn shit, basically. And the smoke and everything would go across the landscape, and we were breathing in. Like I said, the Gulf War, post Gulf War, during the Gulf War, pre-Iraq, and then post-Iraq, like throughout the war in Iraq, Afghanistan. So the VA now is pushing Congress to pass a law to help veterans that have been suffering, like myself, have been suffering from cardiovascular endeavors from burn pits. So why do you think it took so long for this to be important?
I don't think we really care about our military, right? So, I mean, if it was anything having to do, like the homelessness, right, that you see in San Antonio, anywhere around bases, San Antonio, San Diego, et cetera, and so forth, we would clear up those streets. I mean, we are, as an individualistic society, is more you do for me. Thank you for your service, right? For saving our lives. Thank you for fighting for us. And then, yeah, that's all we got for you. Good luck. So, I mean, it's why it takes so long. I mean, it's taking as long as it should be right now for a society that we're in.
Yeah, but do you think that? I'll repeat the questions. So I was asking, why do you think it's taking Congress and the government so long to pass a bill regulating the I forgot what it was called, but basically regulating the assistance for veterans that have suffered from inhalation of smoke that come from burn pits. The burn pits are like shit that we burned while we was in Iraq.
I think because they try to do as little as they can and suck as much out of y'all as they can. I think they treat you guys horribly. When you guys get out, while they offer these VA benefits, I don't think it's enough. I don't think you should have to try to get jobs and all that stuff when you come out. You just risk your life for all of us. Why do you have to even go through this entire loan process? Why do you have to go? I think it's ridiculous. I think they totally mistreat all the money they send over there to help build, like rebuild countries, billions of dollars that could be put towards the VA, in my opinion.
I think, I mean, I'm gonna piggyback off that. Like, I think personally, like, if you join the military and you like put your life on the line because what you're doing, I think you should come back. You should have free housing. Like, you shouldn't pay no rent or no mortgage like anywhere because my ass ain't going over there. So yeah, you shouldn't have to pay for shit. No gas, no mortgage, no rent. Whatever you want to do it. So yeah, I just think, and plus the reason it's taking so long because people don't care until something affects them like directly. So like nobody care about cancer to somebody, either your mama, your dad, or your sister got cancer. That's the only time people care. So nobody care until it start affecting them like directly.
Then you see them wearing wristbands, pink wristbands when it affects them directly.
True.
Yeah, like I mean, I definitely agree. Sometimes it is a hassle. I think like I go places and I'm like, hey, do y'all do military discount? And they look at me like,
hey, like God, no, what do we do?
Like hell. But like there was one time specifically when I was stationed in North Carolina, I was in Raleigh and I was going to get some food. I was at Chick-fil-A and I said, do y'all get military discount? And the little girl looked at me like, no, sorry. But it's like some police came in there. Oh yeah, we'll give you a discount. And it pissed me off because like I'm like, hold on, and I made a whole scene about it. I said, so you can give a cop that will go out here and probably shoot a black person a discount, but you can't give me, the military person who's been fought, had 3 combat deployments and risked my life for this cop and you and you and you and everybody else. Yeah, I was like, man, that's some bullshit. I don't even want your food, and I just left because it's like why when cops are killing people left and right over here. But then we'll get crucified. You guys are baby killers. Well,
hey man, y'all get 10. Look, man, y'all get 10% off during what, Veterans Day from Chili's. Y'all get some nonsense like that, right?
Like something like that.
They fight against each other first.
Exactly.
That is true.
Like people.
That is very true.
People don't understand, especially in Iraq, like when you got kids that will, that are forced. Some of it is forced. Some of it is like these kids will do it. Strapping bombs to their damn chest and running and jumping in front of your convoy, blowing that shit up, or running into your formation out of nowhere and blowing that shit up. Like, and people are, I've seen soldiers. I've lost friends to that shit. And there are soldiers that they can't walk. They got to be taken care of for the rest of their lives. They're missing limbs. Faces all deformed from explosions. Like, and you mean to tell me now it takes you? Oh, well, we'll give you something because of the burn pits. Like, bruh, like soldiers should get a whole lot more. And that's my gripe with pay and everything, because that's why I feel like athletes should not get paid. I mean, I get it. Athletes go out here and they put their bodies on the line, running up and down the court or running up and down the football field. Got it.
Nope. I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. Like,
why?
athletes.
Why?
No. I agree with you, but I disagree with you on the athletes comment. Right? Why? Because athletes, right? There's a dime a dozen. Right? That what you doing to shoot? You playing a kids game. We all done played intramural sports as kids. Right? That is a free. We did it as a free kid. So for you to go out there, risk your life into a different country, into a different environment, and shoot. As Charles said, I'm not going out there. Right? You know how many draft dodgers we got in Congress? Right? But they quick to go pick up a baseball, basketball, do whatever. Nah. A military person, all this money, $40 million, right? Right? I'm not picking on LeBron James. I'm saying LeBron James' money, all that money should be towards our veterans, right? All of our military personnel. All of this playing all these little kid games, nah.
So I mean, I don't like how you said it's a kids game. Because only 1% of the American population can do what we do.
No, 1%. No, I'm not saying you are. It's only. I'm saying athletes.
So you said, you agreeing with him? I thought you were.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with him.
I thought you disagreed.
Okay. No. I'm not saying.
Oh Lord, it's gonna get really interesting real quick. Hold on, Jesus, I was getting nervous. I was like, look, Dwayne, I don't think you meant to say that. I was like, Dwayne, hold on now.
I was saying I disagree with what he said with athletes. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
I disagree with the athletes.
Got you.
If even a modicum of what we see on Call of Duty on TV is accurate, y'all deserve to be treated like she said. Like Lisa
look,
said.
I'm gonna tell you what. Look, I'm gonna tell you why y'all deserve everything to ring. Because look, y'all look. Let's say we all out somewhere, right? And we hear somebody shooting, we're gonna run the opposite way. Of course, human nature. When y'all over there, y'all hear gunfire, hey, y'all run towards it. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm going this way. Look, they shooting over there. Look, let's go this way. Yeah. So yeah.
Like I think sometimes I hear that, and some other vets have some guys I know that are like SF. They'll say they kind of get tired of hearing people say, "Well, we can never do what you do." Like, obviously, fucking stupid. Like, y'all would never do what we do. I mean, we do it for a reason because we believe in something bigger than ourselves. And I think athletes are kind of selfish. I really do. And because somebody that's in the military, we're just as athletic as a basketball player or NFL player. You put an NFL player to do the test that we had to take for PT. I guarantee you they couldn't pass it. Guarantee you they couldn't. And it's like I feel like, why should we be giving them money? And I know this is off on a tangent, but why should we be giving them money to fucking run up and down a damn field? When there's hundreds of families that don't have their brothers, cousins, sisters, whatever anymore. But that's all from the Oval Office. I'm gonna shut it down. I got another briefing to go to here in a little bit. So yeah, thank you.
Flex up. I want to play for so long. I need to tell you.
I was getting crunk to your music, man.
I was vibing to that.
I was really vibing it. I was like about to hit the, I can't hear.
Hey, Lamar, we can't hear you.
Oh crap. Okay, I'm not used to it myself. My producer. Listen, we'll play it again, but I didn't want people to think that it was the outro. So y'all don't go nowhere. Here we go.
Flex up. I want to play for so long. I need to tell you. Unless you talking numbers, we ain't speaking about the right things. Switch up on my nigga for a figure, that's not like me. Baddie with a body in the lobby, she like nice things. She used to.
I still gotta give me a sister walking out that car.
Gang. I just want to say that.
And so
no gang.
I want to talk about Wendy Williams real quick, just as a news, just nothing major about
you talking about Brazilla?
I heard
Vina sausage legs. She got the Vina legs.
That's messed up, man. I hear that it's official that she has been canceled. Her show has been canceled, and there in the fall, Sherry Shepherd is going to be officially hosting what they're saying now is going to be the Sherry Shepherd show. So, what are y'all's thoughts on it? Y'all think Wendy should come back?
Shepherd?
No, Wendy Williams.
She got big titties. She got big titties.
I don't give a damn what she got. Wendy Williams is a trash human being. She should have been canceled. F her as a record label and crew, man. As a record label staff.
She had a record label?
No, I'm just saying.
She had a record label?
Staff record label and crew. Nah, that was
on the radio.
That's from a
Tupac reference. Tupac reference.
Right.
Yeah, Tupac reference.
Okay. I don't like Wendy Williams. I never really did. I always thought she looked like a,
Right, what's up?
Yeah, I always thought like she was like, I always thought she was like cousins with Chewbacca or something. Like that woman is just like golly. I watched a show where she did an interview with Rick Ross, and I was just like, just let Rick talk, man. Like, you just get out the panel. Like, God dang.
Vina sausage leg. Don't tell you, like Vina sausage.
Yo, she got cankles, bro.
And she's skinny. How you skinny? You got cankles. That's crazy. No Wendy should do.
So I'm glad that they're canceling the show. I think she's toxic. I think she got very mean and malicious with the way that she
ain't getting no
does her show. And I like Sherry Shepherd. Sherry Shepherd has experience from The View, and she's not Wendy. She's not gonna be in your face and shocking and
invasive.
That shock jock stuff that Wendy's used to from that Howard Stern started. I think she's not gonna do any of that, but she's gonna entertain you. She's a comedian, and it's gonna be a good show. And it's been good when she's been filling in, so I'm glad about it. Wendy they took away her control of the Instagram for the show, so she created her own and been posting videos of herself at the beach in Florida, where I believe her ex-husband lives with his new woman. So there's speculation that she's getting back together with Kelvin. Anyway, there's a whole lot going on with that. It's crazy.
Poor Kelvin.
Hanging there, Kevin.
Down and color. Yep. Kelvin used her up in the
book of sugar drinks.
Right on. All right, so that's all I want to say on that. What I really want to talk about is this: Kiki Wyatt versus Nick Cannon. So, if you guys have heard, but Kiki Wyatt,
Nick Cannon got beef with? Oh my god.
Well, he ain't got no beef with her, but I want y'all's opinion and the audience's opinion on if this is the same. So Kiki Wyatt is pregnant with her 11th child right now.
My God.
She's 39 years
old.
Wait, how old is she? 39?
39. She born in 82.
That's a lot of sperm. Good Lord.
Three different husbands.
Okay.
11 child. Nick Cannon has 8 kids by 4 or 5 different chicks?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is one better than the other? Is hers more accepted and okay because she was married and all that? Or is it irresponsible? Because I've heard people say that it's irresponsible for both of them to have this many kids. What do you
Can they afford it? Can they afford it?
Well, she's okay.
She's okay. She ain't in the whip office. Yeah. She all right.
I mean,
she don't got Nick Cannon with it.
No, she ain't got Nick Cannon money. And my thing is, go ahead. No, my bad.
I mean, the Bible does say be fruitful and multiply, but I think there just should be like a common sense factor. Like, bruh, I'm paying more taxes for your damn kids, dog. Like, come on, man. Like, I just how I feel.
I'm thinking about the idea that the fact that each kid going to get attention, and are the older kids going to be left to take care of the smaller kids because you can't ramble up this many kids.
God damn.
That's her husband? That's her new husband?
Yeah, I think that's her husband right there.
Okay.
Yo, she got like turkey.
She got a little clean.
Sausage legs.
You already know people will get a pass more than Nick Cannon.
What I'm curious about with Nick Cannon, right, as he's just parading around having these kids, right? Is he talking to these women and be like, yo, let's go in raw dog? Like, if you get pregnant, you get pregnant.
He did an interview. Yeah, he did an interview on the Breakfast Club. He said, look, like, I'm honest with everybody about my situation. He's like, look, I'm letting them know, like, look, this is what it is. He's like, he said, look, I had sex with multiple women, but I'm like I choose the, like who I want to have my child. So he being upfront and honest. So yeah, I mean, that's what you want. So,
but that just lets you know.
Is it fair for the kids? So this rich man comes to my mama's house and screws her. She get pregnant. Okay, that's a baby at this household. And he does it at 5 or 6 other places. You got all these kids with no dad at the house. I don't care how much money he got. And he tried to say that he works to make himself feel better about not being able to spend as much time with him because he's not away with someone else. He's away working. But I don't think this idiot realizes that that's a problem too. Like, there's rich folks that kids, their gripe is they didn't spend time with their dad or their mom because they were working so much. I'm so over him. I can't stand him trying to be so high and mighty on his show and trying to be open, but the stuff he's saying don't compute to me whatsoever.
I never liked.
He did say he was gonna stop.
Anyway.
He did say he was gonna stop for a little bit.
And
they're both responsible, in my opinion.
They're both responsible because the woman, even if you tell the woman and she's like, okay, right? It's like that is their response. It takes 2 people to make a child.
Yeah.
So the woman is also
100.
also compliant as well to the situation. So it's just not.
But-
I mean, you do what
You
people
got
allow
these
you
women
to
that
do.
are, but we know why they doing it. We know why they doing it though. I mean, they want to check, right? That's Nick Cannon. It's a
Of
celebrity.
course.
I mean, that don't get them off the hook, but you kind of see why they doing it. But this dude talk show now, so that take up all your time. Yeah, nightly talk show, and he has the Real Husbands of Hollywood back, right?
Right.
When do you have time to spend with these kids? And don't tell me you got all these kids at your house in Jersey or Manhattan. I'm sure that ain't the case. You definitely don't have Mariah's there because Mariah don't even want her kids having nothing to do with other kids. So when are you spending time with Mariah kids when they away in California somewhere and you got these other kids all spread out? It's just it's just ridiculous.
I don't even understand how he got Mariah Carey pregnant in the first place.
Black queen, Nick don't have our children. I mean, black women don't like Nick Cannon. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know what black woman actually likes Nick Cannon.
Yeah, ain't nobody checking for Nick Cannon. I mean, look at the
women
like,
that
do
he
what
gets
you
pregnant.
do.
They're not. How many of the women that he's gotten pregnant are black?
I don't know,
Like,
but do what you do. Look, if you kiki wide and Nick Cannon, look, if you can afford to take care of them, cool. Because I ain't babysitting no damn body. So hey, do your thing, I guess.
Hey, look, man. Look, that just ain't with. I ain't with it. Like both of them idiots. I ain't like Nick Cannon since Drumline. So.
Oh wow, what did he do to you in Drumline?
He's a Men in Black too. Don't forget that.
I said I
like,
ain't like him
for like 5 seconds.
Drumline.
Yes, he was in there. When he said he told Will Smith, he said, I'm sorry about that, sir. Please don't neuralize me, sir. That's pretty much all he had was 5 seconds. Yes. He was in there 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
He was a terrible actor in Drumline. And yeah, only thing he good at is wilding out. That's it.
Oh, you forgot.
I don't think he's good at that either. He's good at bringing people along.
Barely. I give him like that much, man.
Yeah, good people surrounded him that make it funny. I'm not a fan whatsoever. It's so irresponsible. It makes us look bad even more, black men, in my opinion. And it can't be blamed on finances because he got the money and he's still doing irresponsible stuff as a black man for black boys and black girls. You know. Let's hit our final thoughts. We've been here about an hour. We'll start with Mr. Wade. What are your final thoughts for today's show, sir?
Oh man. The Patriots are the greatest thing that ever happened to America. Go ahead and watch Bel Air. Oh, so yes. So the new show I'm about to start watching, oh my gosh, it's on Netflix. I think it's called something about Annabelle or Invisible. Sorry, that was horrible. But anyway, I just finished watching on Netflix. We're All Gonna Die. It's about the zombie show. And it really touched, man. It was a really good show. If you have the opportunity to watch it. I'm about to tell y'all what I'm about to watch next week, and then we could all talk about it. That's all I have.
Good stuff. Real quick before we go to Mr. Moore, if you're watching, if you would do us the pleasure of clicking the thumbs up like button if you're watching on YouTube and the like button on Facebook. We really appreciate the love. Thank you so much, Mr. Moore.
Okay, so in closing, I think if you want to have children, but be responsible enough to at least be present and be financially responsible if you're gonna have that many kids. That's my whole thing. So be present and be financially responsible. As far as Ukraine and Russia, we need to mind our goddamn business. Ain't got shit to do with us. I'm still waiting on us to get involved in Rwanda. So whatever. The Cowboys. I want to throw this out there. If you're a Cowboy fan, you're low key a pervert. Okay, I just want to throw it out there. Okay, but anyway, that's pretty much it. And the Patriots are trash. They ain't been since Tom Brady left. Just want to throw it out there. But go ahead.
King Noble.
I was meditating for a second. Oh, so my final thoughts. I like to leave some inspirational quotes to people, and then I got a little bit. So, be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. And then you gotta dance like nobody's watching. So I say that to say, be like the world is so meticulous and the world is so let me do what somebody else do or let me act like somebody else. just be yourself. Like enjoy every moment that you got because you got to live like you're gonna die tomorrow. So I just want to empower everybody. Luke chapter 11 says, pray ye for one another. So you got to pray for people out here, because this world is kind of going to hell in a handbasket. And then also to the Patriots, they are the worst team ever. The Dallas Cowgirls, they should just close the franchise down because they're a bunch of pedophiles and perverts. And everybody have a wonderful night. And I pray for everybody and get some good sleep.
Awesome, good stuff. What do I have? Let me think. I want to give y'all want a quote. Let me find y'all a quote. Y'all want to hear a quote? Let me see what we got.
I started the quotes tonight.
You may want to do a quote. Never mind. I want to give y'all some bald one. I ain't gonna do it. But my thing is, men, take care of your kids. Be present, not just financially, but presence.
Amen.
What did you say, Joe, about presence?
Presents are important, but you got to be present.
That right there is very important. And that's all I got. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you would, go ahead before I'm sign off.
I got one more thing to say to the person watching this. You know who you are. Look here, it ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. But go ahead, Lamar. Sorry.
Y'all would check out.
That's a K-Camp quote.
Who?
It's a K-Camp quote. It's a song.
Oh, I don't know it. But I like
it.
Nothing to take that whole about it.
Check out
TFG. Thank you.
TFG tonight, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also on Thursday, check out me and Charles and DJ on Forgive Us Later. You don't want to miss it. And then check out the Real Estate Insider all throughout the week. And then check out sports tomorrow night at 6:30 with Mr. Kendrick Henderson.
I'm like, damn, Nick Cannon. How many shows you got?
For real. What's that show that come on tomorrow?
TFG tonight.
That other show?
Oh, that other show. TFG tonight.
I forgot about that one.
I will check them out. And Forgive Us Later. TFG
Thursday.
Sports Media with Kendrick Henderson. Real Estate Insider. All through the week and on weekends. Is there anything I'm missing, Charles?
No, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. We thank y'all for support.
We'll see y'all again next week. Hit that like button, subscribe, and peace out.